One here, and we're going to go back into a discussion that I had regarding what happened and the video that I had put out a while for the, well, yeah. So, anywho, this is the opinions, and, I may not agree to everybody's concept or conclusion, and I'm going to mention to some people as I switch over to my samurai that what I'm about to say is my personal opinion. Whether or not you agree or disagree with me, that is fine. Please stop acting like I am suddenly a really that what I'm doing is offending you, because it's not. Okay, I understand you don't like what is gonna be going to happen in the future with what happened. So, yeah, that's kind of, what I'm gonna say about that. What I am gonna mention is, one, what people say, do, and, I will just say it. My opinion is just that, my opinion. Please do not take what I say, do, or talk about as being, oh my god, that is wrong, you're voicing the wrong opinion. I'm not going to talk about the fact that people will say what they will. The problem with this opinion is that there are people out there that are not going to agree with you. And no, I don't agree with the way things are going with Interview with a Vampire, okay? I'm just gonna voice this now. I would like it if people would, if you're gonna say, screw you, I'm not gonna watch this. If you're gonna say something that, offensive to me, be aware that, yes, I've read the books. Yes, I've seen the movie. Yes, I watched Interview with the Vampire. I loved that movie. But what I am going to mention to you, and what I'm going to say, is not going to be any different than, say, when I told somebody once, I am a fan of Interview with the Vampire. I am a fan of it. But I'm not going to talk about, say, the entire thing, because honestly, people do get offended if you say you like a particular person a certain way, or you particularly care about a book a certain way. That is perfectly valid, yes. But also be aware that there are going to be people that don't agree with that. Trust me, I am a fan of, I've been a fan of the series of books for years, and there are people who, for the life of me, absolutely, positively hate my guts because I am not a die-hard Blue-hoo. I mean, I told one kid I did not like Naruto, and trust me, and when I tell people, oh yeah, I am a fan of, one of the most irritating things I have told people is, yes, I am a fan of Interview with a Vampire. I am a fan of Louis and Lestat, but I'm also not a fan of, people who are going to use racial slurs on the fact that, what they did. One, I don't think that it is very racist in the least that they changed Louis and Lestat, okay? I do not think that is wrong. What I think is wrong is when people tell me that what my thinking is wrong is that it's okay to use Feast of All Saints as a sort of, this is probably what they're going for when modeling Louis. And I'm fine with it. It may not be what other people want, but, you know, I'm not a picky person when it comes to this. I went through watching The Magicians, and honestly, I wasn't at all upset when they changed part of the book to fit for the TV show. Then again, the TV show explained it as this is version something something 23. And you're like, oh, okay, I guess that's actually fits. That actually works for the demographic of which you're going for. Problem with people who don't understand that part of the storyline. Honestly, if that doesn't fit with the storyline sometimes, just be aware that demographics change for the fandom, and what worked back in the 70s and 80s, or hell, 2000s, early 2000s, may not actually work for the demographic that we're working with today. So when people say this is woke, this isn't actually woke, this is just a demographic change. I mean, I've sat through demographic changes before, and most times, most people don't have a problem with it. The people that have a problem with it are generally the ones that haven't really, okay, I do have one issue with, the thing that I have mentioned to people before. And this is actually, not too far off. If you've ever watched, alright. Now then. Now, when I told somebody once, about the whole thing, about what I was hoping would happen with the Interview with the Vampire series, is actually bring in a character early enough that many people are probably going to tell me, why would you bring her in early? And my comment was, well, I think it would be good to bring Merrick in a little earlier than expected, because one, she dies so quickly in Blackwood Farm. Okay? I would say bring her in early and have her and Louis discuss Claudia. That is a better... Okay? That was my thought, and I know many people are not gonna like... Not many people liked Merrick the first time they saw her. I mean, I have my doubts. I literally have my doubts with her. But, again, that is just my opinion. My opinion doesn't really account for much of anything. I have been around since 1994 in the fandom. I'm not a person who grew up in the 1970s when Anne Rice was writing this book series, so honestly, I don't know how else to put it this way, people, because so when I made my video earlier, I do want to apologize that some people may have taken what I've said out of context. But the truth is, I was speaking from the heart on the matter and why I spoke from that matter. FYI, when someone tells you that they're not going to watch the series, okay, that's fine. You're not going to watch the series. Doesn't keep me from watching it. How does it? I'm going to watch it anyway, and I want to see how far it goes. I want to see how far this is going to handle itself. I may get a Hulu or an AMC Plus subscription so I can see this series for myself and make a judgment call on which I was... And I was highly skeptical with another series you probably have heard of called Nosferatu. Now, honestly, I didn't tell people about the fact that I wasn't going to be as candid about it. So yeah, I'm not sure how else I'm supposed to respond to people who call it woke when it's not. It's not really woke. It's not really much of anything except a demographic change. To which this is Anne and Chris's decision. Why people get mad about that is beyond me. I mean, I went to anime conventions for years where people would get upset over like slight minor changes over character development in say shows that were probably popular for that time that I never got into. Trust me, I had to listen to someone constantly defend a character by the name of Sasuke, and I got very, very tired of their defending a quote-unquote spoiled brat. And yes, he was a fucking spoiled brat. And I mean, I have told people that I cannot stand, so when I mention to people, there are times I will mention that I do not appreciate when people go on this idea that it is cancel culture, blah blah blah. This is not what cancel culture is. This is just a demographic change, and quite honestly, I haven't seen this much hate since Quentin being killed off in The Magicians. So trust me, I'm not entirely angry at you guys. If you want to continue watching my channel, that's great. If not, I am not gonna go into a complete meltdown if people hate the series now that even before it even airs. By the way, if you are a fan of the series that I am working with, I am literally just gonna tell you that people will say whatever they want about a series. They may or may not like it, but when things change in a way that they feel slighted on, it kinda does affect how they view a show and how the demographic will change. Unfortunately for me, demographics changed quite a bit in several shows that I am into. Like, I'm into a show called Forever Night, and by the way, if you are a fan of the series Forever Night, FYI, if you are ever gonna challenge me on this one, I hope they like my gear. Now, I focused a lot on the species, and now I have a lot more stuff I have to build with them. So I am going to leave that at that. Anyway, what I was going to mention to anyone on here, if you are a watcher and you just watch my videos just for the fact that the algorithm talks about me and stuff, that's great. Just do me a huge favor. Please like, subscribe, watch me play my games. I enjoy being around people. But what I am going to mention in future references, I am a gamer. I don't just play this game, I also play Sword Art Online, Lost Song, Fatal Bullet, and one other game, Sword Art, there's another one I play, so I'm not gonna stick that into anything really. But I'm just gonna mention to people that there are people out there that are not how do I say it? I'm just going to use my astrologian for this. So, anywho, what I'm going to mention is that most of the time people have asked if I am going to be going to NagiNaoe101's. The answer is no, I literally can't. Other than the fact that I have friends who are going, regardless of the pandemic thing, I am not going, not because of the pandemic. I can't afford to go, and I have another project I need to work on. And that is for another convention called DokuCon, and that is an 18+ convention that is a little more pressing for me. Now, my eye does this. When it's dark, I can't see anything. But yeah. Let's see. All right.